Hey guys,
Hey,
I'm Alicia,
and I'm Meredith.
and this is It's About the Pasta, a Vanderpump Rules podcast. Season 2, episode 13. We are almost done. This was my favorite episode, and it did not disappoint. Oh, it was so good. So good.
You know how whenever you watch shows, usually you have like a memory of it happening, like you typically see it in your mind?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I know what happens, but I don't have the visual memory.
Oh, man.
But now I do.
I just you were missing out. This episode lives rent-free in my mind.
I don't know why I thought this happened at Sir.
Oh, because Lisa specifically says don't do not
it.
In my restaurant.
The one time they listened to her, thank God.
Awesome. Okay, before we get into it, super quick, we are on the Geek Nerdery Podcast Network. Find us on Apple Music now, or Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You get it.
Wherever you get those podcasts.
Rate, review, subscribe. No new reviews, but that's okay. You guys are busy, I guess. Give us the 5 stars. It's fine. We love it. 5
Quick
star
and
review.
easy.
Join our Facebook group. Same name as the podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta. Peter and Christina have been known to occasionally like our posts. So, and
join them.
Join our Patreon as well. Patreon.com/Vanderpasta. You get so much stuff. Here's what you can get. For only $1 a month, you can get access to our fun pre-show catch-up, which is just legit so much fun. Get to know Meredith and I better. You won't regret it. And if you do, that's on you because we're fun and exciting. So
yeah, I mean, Alicia is literally about to do something fun and exciting that she spilled the deets on the pre-show.
No one else can know. And we will give you access to episodes that we record early. So today is November 16th. I just turned 26 yesterday.
Woo,
hooray.
Our girl.
You are getting this way, way in the future. Hello, everyone. How are you?
Could have had it a month and a half ago.
That's fine. You could have celebrated your birthday with me, but I guess not. It's fine. I'm not taking it personally, but it's cool. For $2 a month, you get everything I just mentioned, plus access to our after show, which is where we go through with any spoilers, because Meredith and I are doing this podcast spoiler free, even though we know what's going to happen. So we get out all of our spoilers and thoughts on the after show. And sometimes I do a book report on characters or things that amaze me and I need to know more. It's fun. And we'll say your name on the podcast. And this is the part where we tell you we only have one patron. And her name
it's our girl, Jackie.
We love Jackie. She's great. My goal is to have 2 more patrons by the end of season 2 coming out.
Yeah,
fully.
So we'll look to have those in release time, which is like early 2021.
Yeah, we have a few more months.
This comes out, I think, at the end of 2020. So get on it and join our Patreon to fulfill Alicia's dreams. Her birthday wish.
My birthday and Christmas wish. It'll be combined. Thank you so
Will
much.
Santa bring us 2 patrons?
We get it. Money might be tight, but also we want to bring you the best show possible. So just donate a bit.
Skip that coffee or don't add an extra shot of espresso and just join for $1 a month.
That's $12 a year. That is not that much.
That is nothing.
It's nothing. Okay, and then for $5 a month, you get everything I just said. Plus, you get to ask us questions for our show, which Jackie does a great job of because she is a $5 a month patron.
Dedicated. Dedication.
We love her. We love answering her questions. We love talking to her through the Patreon. She's amazing. Also, you are in the running to become our patron of the episode, which is still Jackie. Hey, Jackie, what's up? She's our favorite. All you other listeners are way below her. That is it. We're $5 below her a month.
It's our Jackie of the month.
Jackie of the month. I think that's it. That was fast. I did that in record time.
You crushed that.
Thank you so much.
You went into it with confidence.
Meredith, are you mixing it up?
I meant to. Actually, give me 1 second. I have something. I'm so excited. I got it from Costco. Obviously.
Oh my God. I am not mixing it up because I must drive back to the city after this. So I am drinking Costco Kirkland Signature Purified Water, with minerals added for taste.
With
Mineral, what's added for taste?
Did
Tastes
Costco
like water.
sponsor us?
Costco, anytime you want. We're here. I love Costco.
We are here. I got some new seltzers from Costco, which I had this summer, and then they stopped carrying them, and I was a little distraught. So when I was there, I called my mom and asked her if she wanted me to pick up a pack for her too.
Ooh.
They're called Press. They're really great. They're way more natural tasting than a lot of the other ones. And this lady stopped me and asked if they were good. And I was like, honey, I'm carrying 2 packages of them.
What do you think?
They're amazing. Yeah.
So this episode is not brought. Ooh, that was nice.
Is that going?
This episode is not brought to you by Costco, but it should be.
But we're brought to you by Costco.
We are brought to you.
Basically.
We would be so good if they would have us. We could be like, this episode brought to you by Costco.
You don't understand how much promotion I do for them. I'm obsessed with Costco.
I love it. I love it. So thank you, Costco, for being you. Now let's talk about other things that are themselves. That didn't go into it. We love Vanderpump and our trash. Let's talk about some men that are trash.
Vanderpump Rules.
Okay. Previously on Vanderpump Rules, Sheena got engaged. Jax told Stassi that Ariana and Tom hooked up, and that made Tom very upset because Jax is ruining his life. Kristen still chose to stay with Tom, and Stassi and Katie broke off the friendship that they have with her. Katie had previously told a rumor that Jax and Kristen had sex in January, and even though everyone denies it, Stassi thinks it could be true. Is it? Probably. We never doubted you. Let's talk about it.
Dun, dun.
So we open up at the Punch Bowl where Stassi, Christina, and Katie are getting smoothies. And Stassi is catching Christina up on all the drama that previously happened at SUR the night before with Kristen screaming and yelling.
Oh, yeah. That and then the off-camera portion.
And the off-camera stuff, yeah. So after work, Sheena, Ariana, Stassi, Katie, and Lisa are all sitting around, and Lisa asks about the rumor with Kristen and Jax. Because as Lisa said in a previous episode, this is not the first time that she heard this rumor.
Nope. She doesn't really care, but we all care, but we don't care.
She cares as much as we care. Like, we just have to know.
Well, and then
we can
okay, I want you to tell me, but I don't want to be involved in the telephone game of this.
Exactly.
Just tell me. Everybody just tell me at once, and then we'll move on.
To solve it, Lisa brings over Jax and asks him about the rumor. And Jax, being Jax, denies everything, saying that Kristen is like my sister. And everyone was like, oh, come on, Jax, just admit it.
Just tell the truth.
And then he did. And then he did. And but the way she said it, she's like, and then he did. And I was like, and then he what?
Yeah. And then Jax admitted to sleeping with Kristen. Sleeping with her twice.
And Christina Kelly could not be more disgusted that her 2 least favorite people have slept together. It's disgusting.
Can we just say this is so anticlimactic? I hate when things happen off camera. I love when they actually make an effort to reshoot things so we can be involved.
Oh, I want to watch. I wanted to see Jax pull that whole fine, okay? We slept together twice.
Okay, fine. We slept together twice.
So let's talk about the first time. The first time is the one that's in my memory forever.
I know. It's so cringy.
Tom was asleep in the other room at their apartment. Jax and Kristen were on the couch watching Drive, and she started to go down on him, and he returned the favor, and they had sex while Tom was in the next room.
I have so many questions about this.
Drive. Okay. I just love how every time it's talked about, everyone's like, you guys were watching the movie Drive?
Yeah, it's in everyone's memory. Not really a really hot movie. Never makes me want to sleep with my friend's ex-boyfriend.
But it does make me want to not watch it. So part of me
yes, that's
but
true, I guess.
It doesn't turn you on.
Yeah. But then also what time was it? Tom
was
passed out. How risky was this that Tom was in the other room? I always wonder that.
Is that why it was exciting?
So he was dead asleep, or did he just go to sleep?
He was on his phone and he heard the whole thing.
Yeah, could have come out for a glass of water.
Yeah. So we all what a piece of shit both of them are, right?
Yeah.
Christina Kelly is not happy. She clarifies that she would never do this to Stassi. Fucking.
I love how people have to clarify that, like, I would never do this
never.
to you.
Like, I thought that was the basis of friendship. Like, bare minimum is don't sleep with my ex-boyfriend.
I didn't think we had to cover this part, but Alicia, I promise I won't do this to you.
Thank you. I don't have a, please don't sleep with, anyone I've ever maybe talked to in Chicago while you're in St. Louis. Don't watch the movie Drive. If you did it to a better movie, I'd be less
I wasn't
mad.
talking about sleeping with your ex-boyfriends. I was talking about that I wouldn't do it while watching Drive.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, no, 100%. Do it any other movie.
Yeah.
So Stassi is going to crucify Kristen because she's so full of hate.
Yeah.
How could she?
I would want to ruin Kristen's life too.
Because her best friend fucked her ex-boyfriend, and Kristen was encouraging Stassi to get back with Jax the whole time. Remember season 1, Kristen was so team Jax, and we all know that's when she was banging him. Okay, if you listen to her after show, Meredith.
No, it wasn't season 1. It was in the off season.
Oh, you're right. Because it was
basically
January.
Right before Tom Sandoval cheated on her. I think is when we decided in one of the post shows.
We did math. Go listen to a post show or something.
We did math.
But Kristen, here's the other kicker, is Kristen is still with Tom and was with Tom when she did this, and Tom has zero idea, and she's been a big old, like, buzzkill because Tom cheated on her.
Yeah.
And she, won't let that go.
I love that this has all been revealed and Tom was just in the dark. Like he just
no idea.
Up the next morning, like it's a normal day, and it's like
him and Kristen had to deal with all that shit at SUR. They're gonna move on together.
Well, yeah, in their mind, they're in like a good place because they just got over the Ariana thing.
And also, Tom and Jax are best friends. It just gets worse. And Kristen's just the most horrible bitch on the planet. We're going to take her ass down. It's just bad. I feel so bad for Tom. His girlfriend and his best friend.
I know.
It's just so bad. And he's been getting crucified this whole season already. Oh, I just feel bad. Okay, so Katie says she wants to take back the last 3 years. And I was like, damn.
I was like, oh, that's rough. That is, I mean, I felt like that where like a friend's betrayed you so much and you're like, I don't even like to think about the happy memories anymore. Like I want to take back the good stuff.
Stassi wants to wrap a dildo in acid and give it to Kristen as a present so it tears out her insides. What do we think? Also, I said acid.
I just thought about how painful that would be.
Just the fact that Stassi thought of that, I would just be like, I'm going to punch that bitch in the face and break her nose.
She always comes up with the most gruesome things.
I hope she actually does it. I'd like to know what happens.
Oh my God, stop. I'm like literally thinking about the pain.
Okay. So we move on to the happy couple at Tom and Kristen's apartment. Kristen is trying to figure out how to make a bullet in Word to edit her resume.
I love this resume.
Is this before people knew how to work computers? This was like 2014. We knew how to make.
No, we're like well into computers at this point.
But they still have the big desktop, right? Like they had the big desktop.
Yeah, but think about it. Like they're really struggling. It's not like they can afford a laptop. They just
That's true.
Probably found this computer somewhere or like took it from their parents' basement.
That's But Tom also doesn't know how to make a bullet point because he's just like copy and paste it. They're already a bullet point on there. Just copy and paste. Guys, it's not that hard. You go to like insert or design, like literally Google it. Just Google how to make a bullet point.
I love when people like don't know how to do things but won't Google it. Google tells you everything.
Just no one's going to look at your Google search and judge you for like how to. Okay, no. You're just learning.
But also Kristen's like reading her skills and is like, should I still put on there works well with others and like is on time? No.
And Tom's just chilling playing his guitar. He's like, not really, babe.
He's like, whatever gets you the job.
Oh, yeah, because she doesn't want to work in a restaurant ever again. Kristen's too good for that, especially not SUR. She's already thinks she's lost her job. Like she
just assumes she's not working at SUR anymore, which I think is a very smart thing to think.
Yeah. But because neither of them are A-list actors, they still have to somehow have a job. So Tom is working tonight. Because someone in this relationship's got to make money.
Yikes. Right. Yeah, because Kristen got her shift covered. Tom still has to go in. So that'll be an interesting day at SUR.
We're excited. So now we're at SUR. Lisa's here. She's telling everyone what the fuck to do because that's what she does.
She's a bomb-ass bitch.
Literally goes in through the front, walks out the back. She just did one through walkthrough and she went out. It's fine.
This is where you know it was just for the show, for her to walk through and be like, she was like, I'm not going to tell you again. Listen to me the first time.
Everyone's like, okay, bye. And so Stassi chases her out to her car in the back. Stassi's pissed. She's still pissed from the night before.
Mm-hmm.
We still can't believe Kristen and Jack slept together. Lisa, though, she kind of knew it was possible, but she never thought Jax would admit it.
I really didn't think he would either. I thought we were past this.
Yeah, I thought just keep denying, right? Once Stassi texted Kristen, it was over.
Yeah,
right?
It was honestly almost laid to rest. We really could have almost never had the truth come out.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't bother Stassi that Jax did it because, like, let's be honest, we expect nothing from Jax at this point in time. But it hurts her that her best friend Kristen did it. Like, how could she? And Lisa gets this. But Lisa can't fire her like Stassi so nicely hints towards.
Oh, yeah. Which this is awkward. You really can't fire her over this. And Lisa makes a great point that she can't fire anybody over who they sleep with, or even Stassi wouldn't be there.
Okay, now we have to talk about, like, the pinnacle of this whole conversation. When Stassi and Peter were dating, Kristen tried to get with Peter, but thank fucking God that Peter denied her crusty ass.
Okay, friends like this.
That last part was me.
I was just like, what the fuck? I didn't realize that. Shame on, or like, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. Or wait.
The other way. Fool me once, shame
on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah.
This was, I think that's why Stassi was so convinced that Kristen made a move on Jax.
Because it's already kind of happened once.
Thank God Peter has high standards, though. God fucking damn. Peter is a better man than Jax ever will be. My God.
All I'm going to say is once we get to the boys' dinner, let's come back to how Peter reacted.
Best. Oh, okay. So
put a pin in that.
So whatever, they discuss that Kristen's probably gonna deny it and spin some sort of story. She's never gonna admit that she slept with Jax. So Stassi decides that she's gonna confront Kristen in front of everyone, and Stassi's gonna take her ass down. And
I think this is a great plan.
Yeah,
you need everybody there.
She can't deny. Jax will be there, saying the truth. And there are two rules. It's don't do it at SUR, and don't have everyone gang up against her. And Stassi's like, yeah, right. That last one.
The second one, yeah. She's like, I can do the SUR part. I respect you.
That's the whole reason we're doing a group thing is so everyone's against her.
You need witnesses. I've learned this. You need to have witnesses to things because then when people deny it and more evidence comes, like they can't spin it.
All right, let's go to Jax's dinner. We are at the Palm Restaurant. Happy 80th birthday, Jax. We're so lucky you've made it this far. Actually, he's 34. He had a rough 33, but we're here. I would just like to know.
I love when he talked about how like rough the last year was. It's like, you did that to yourself. I have no pity for you.
Yeah, exactly. I would just like to note who is here. It's Tom Schwartz, Peter, Shay, and two randos. Tom Sandoval is not present.
No, and one was introduced, Max, or Matt. I think it's Matt or Max.
No, Matt is later. Yeah, Matt. Once the drama begins, Matt gets a little shot of how awkward life is.
He gets a little name tag.
It's like
he comes later,
Sir Busboy or something. Or like,
I love when the randoms who like they're gonna come back because they give a name tag to them.
Yeah, Matt will be back. So we cheers really quick because Shay got engaged. Jax is turning 29 for the 4th time. Whoop, whoop. We're going to have some steak and lobster and no women.
But honestly, I do think this is a good idea. Not only the steak and lobster, but also the no women.
Yeah, 100%. Schwartz really quick. He like, this is so typical of Schwartz. He looks at Shay and he's like, you get a tattoo of Sheena's name on your butt and I'll get one of Bubba. And then like, we'll have that. And Shay's like, I would get your name tattooed on my butt before I would get Sheena's. Thank God, because that's the kiss of death. The kiss of death.
I can't tell if it's because they didn't mention the kiss of death. So
It's
I don't
Jax.
really know if that's why, or if it's like, I just love you so much, Schwartz. I feel like everybody's like, I love you so much, Schwartz. I'll put your like name on
No,
my ass.
I feel like Shay was like, I'm not going to do that. That is just
Like, I
not
know
an
it'll
okay
ruin
thing
it.
to do. Yeah, it's just because then if it like everyone, God forbid, if it doesn't work out, you have a stupid ass tattoo. Look at how dumb Jax looks. Okay, don't get your significant other's tattoo or name tattooed on you. Don't do
if
it.
you don't believe in like being jinxed, this is the one time to believe in it.
Don't. Yeah, just because then you're like fucked permanently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you have like a little symbol that reminds you of them, that's what you do. You don't do
fine.
the name.
Yeah, because then you can lie or make it into something else. We're like, wait, yeah, 100%. We talk about Jax's one-night stands. He's had a lot of them. And Schwartz decides to give Jax a present that he can pass along to his one-night stands. That is a T-shirt that says, I got Jaxed, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. And a picture of Jax Taylor. That was great. I loved it
because it was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell he just like typed on a Word document with the little winky face at the end.
There's a text message that he sent to the printer guy and was like, can you put this on a T-shirt?
And they literally just printed out the text.
Yeah, exactly. And Schwartz was like, good enough. It's going to go to some rando.
You know what? That's going to be our first giveaway. We're going to recreate that shirt.
Exact shirt. We're going to send one to Jackie for sure, and then we'll send one to one other lucky person.
We should make koozies, actually. I'm a big fan of koozies.
Oh, koozies. That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun, actually. Okay.
I'm going to
put it down in the good idea nook in our brains.
Nook.
Okay, so we said no women, but Stassi decides to show on up because Jax has ruined all her birthdays. The fuck can't she crash one of his? And Beautiful. This is where Matt the server is introduced. He is shook. He does know Stassi and Jax and all the drama, I'm sure, because he's at Sir. But he's one of like an outsider that we love that probably watches the whole thing.
He's asking all the questions we're thinking.
Yeah. So Matt at this point is us. He's a real life us on the TV, which we appreciate. Jax, yeah, okay. So Jax is in shock too. He like can't believe Stassi's here. Oh my god, Stassi's ruining my birthday.
I loved it. She's like, you've ruined my past 2 birthdays, and like lists everything off.
Vegas,
here's
Cabo.
The receipts. Pirate ship, Vegas.
So Stassi's not here to fight. She just wants to discuss something, and in front of everyone, she gets
down to business real quick.
Yeah, she basically, while still standing, is like, Jax has professed his love for Stassi, and yet he was banging one of her best friends, and then we get everyone's looks, right? And she says, like, she's like, Kristen. Yeah. Kristen. And then Tom Schwartz, he looks beside himself.
He's like, no way,
horrified.
No how.
Shay's jaw drops. Can't believe this is happening. Peter starts fucking lecturing. He's like, Jax.
Just immediately looks left and is like, what?
He goes, what the hell are you doing? Why the hell did you sleep with Kristen? Like, exactly like that. Like, what the fuck, dude?
He's just shocked.
Tom Schwartz then tries to, I think, he could tell Peter is steaming because Peter's so mad.
Schwartz is like, you would never. This can't, no.
He goes, it's Jax's birthday. We can't yell at him. And Peter's basically like, I know it's his birthday, but and I read that as, I know it's his birthday, but he's human garbage. And that's how I'm going to refer to Jax the rest of the episode is just human garbage.
Yeah, but Stassi then reminds us, on my birthday, I got yelled at and was left with Peter. And I was like, okay, the time Peter was mean. Don't just be like, I was just left with Peter. That's a great ally to have in your bucket. But
yeah. Also, I love that she was
doesn't matter about birthdays.
She was like, shut the fuck up, Schwartz. You dumped a beer on my head at my birthday. Okay, let's pause you.
I think she got water. Katie's the one who got the beer.
No.
You get a beer too.
Stassi took her water and chucked it at Schwartz, and then he just took his beer. What a waste of beer. And then Schwartz does a mixed drink on Katie's head or whatever that was.
That was a beer.
2 drinks. Yeah. Schwartz has no
Schwartz
respect.
didn't get alcohol anymore.
So Peter is still beside himself. Just like, what about Sandoval? And Jax, who is, again, human garbage, is like, well, Tom cheated on Kristen multiple times. So, and then finally Schwartz is like, shut up, Jax. shut up.
Like, that's not okay. That's not an excuse.
I'm
Schwartz
Peter
can't
in
process
this. I'm fuming. Matt, the server, can't believe it.
Peter is like verbally fuming. He's like vocal and saying things and just like, what? And Schwartz is like, oh my God. Oh my God.
I think Schwartz at the beginning maybe forgot that like Sandoval was involved because he was just like, don't yell at Jax. You know, like he just sleeps with whoever. And then Peter's like, but Sandoval. And then Schwartz was like, oh yeah. Shut up, Jax.
Schwartz like took a minute for it to like all set in everything that means.
Kristen Doty? I thought we were talking about the other Kristen you slept with. Fuck.
Oh, God.
So Peter says that Kristen has slept in Peter's bed before when she had trouble with Tom, but nothing's happened because Peter doesn't need to sleep with everything that moves, which is that separates him from the animals, which thank God Peter exists in this show. That's all I can say. And Matt the server. We know
some people on this show have standards.
Matt the server would never. We already know. We
let's
never
just wait.
Okay. So Schwartz tells Jax not to put this on Sandoval. Like what you did was not Sandoval's fault.
Has nothing to do with Sandoval's cheating.
And Schwartz in his interview is like, I've heard Jax was like sleazy, but I didn't think he'd be this like this big a dick.
It is. This is a low because just sleeping with anybody, no judgment. You can do whatever you want. You know, you can sleep around. I think everybody has accepted that with Jax. Like he just rolls through the women, hence the shirt he just got.
Yes.
However, when you decide to ruin a relationship, just a relationship first off, and then your best friend's relationship,
it's like
taking steps.
Yeah. So Jax is so upset because he's being shit on at his birthday. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's not like Stassi's never gotten shit on, okay? Everyone hated Frank and made that big a deal, right? Kristen took a big shit on her Cabo birthday, but Jax at Steak and Lobster can't bear to be.
He was like, I purposely didn't invite the girls for this reason.
I've been.
They got me again.
They got me. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for this stupid girl. Okay, so Stassi, again, she's like, I'm not here to fight. I'm going to fight with Kristen, but I need Jax's help. So Stassi tells Jax that she's planning to get together and Kristen will be there, and she needs Jax to call Kristen out because we all know Kristen is going to deny sleeping with Jax. And Jax is like, oh, yeah, I'll do it because I'm not lying at 34 anymore. That's like so
he acts like
fucking
he's turning
29.
Such a leaf.
I'm like 34 and I just learned how to be a decent human.
I'm not going to lie in my 35th year. Like that's not who I am anymore.
I haven't become a decent person yet, but I'm thinking about it and I think this is my year for it. So Stassi says it's time to tell the whole story. And Shay's like, no, please, like, let's not, don't tell me that whole story. I can't. Stassi wants to know. And Jax tells her that they just hooked up on the couch. Like it wasn't in Tom's bed. It's fine, you guys. It was just
he's
the
like,
couch.
It's fine. He was on the couch. Everybody's like, that's not the point. That's not the point.
And then everyone just has their hands to like their face. And Schwartz is like, can you guys please walk away? Like, we don't want to be involved in this anymore. And so Jax and Stassi get up and excuse themselves. Well, I'm sure Matt, the server, is like, the fuck is happening, you guys?
He's like, I want to know this.
He's
going to come back and tell you guys everything that was talked about. I don't get to know this info.
I'm on the end of the table. What's happening down there? So Jack says that this all happened the year him and Stassi were on and off, which like she left him for Frank. He wasn't eating or sleeping. He then crashed at Tom and Kristen's apartment and he just wasn't thinking straight. Okay. It's like not his fault.
Yeah, he was just not in such a bad place. Like, what was he supposed to do?
His penis just fell into Kristen's.
They just fell on the ground. All their clothes fell off, and it just happened.
It's not Jax's fault.
It was gravity's fault.
Stassi, Jax says he's going to go through so much with Tom. And Stassi's like, well, then you shouldn't have fucking done this horrible,
You
awful,
shouldn't have slept with this
unforgivable thing.
girlfriend. Like, come on.
So then this human piece of garbage says that all guys do this. And Stassi is no angel either. Which I'm like, again, deflection. I can't with this man.
He's the king of deflection. It's Tom's fault. It's Stassi's fault. It's Kristen's fault. It's gravity's fault, not Jax's fault.
It's God's fault. I'm not a religious man, but God made me do it. So then Stassi's like, what do you mean I'm no angel? What have I done? I'm fucking awesome. And Jax goes, come on, these guys wouldn't have. And he implies that Stassi wouldn't have gotten cheated on so many times if she didn't deserve it. To which Stassi's pissed. Which she should
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Because fuck that.
Now, there's a difference between the 7th time a guy has cheated on you and the 1st. Yes. Now, if you stay in that relationship, that is your fault. Like, you don't stay with somebody you know who's going to cheat on you. But you are not you're not, it's not your fault.
And it's just bad luck that Stassi has had like 2 or 3 boyfriends cheat on her. Okay? Boys are trash. I wouldn't say
bad luck. I think she picks bad guys.
Yeah, bad guys. Yes.
But
she's bad taste.
It's not her fault. 100%. I mean,
no, absolutely not. So Stassi knows. She's like, you're bullshit. I'm gone. But then Jax grabbed Stassi, which the cameraman zoomed in on like 4 times on his hand on Stassi's arm. And I was like, Bravo's ready to jump in at any time because they're pissed. But Jax is like, wait, I didn't say that. But you're just hostile with your words. And still grabbing her just to make Stassi less mad. He agrees that he's going to do this whole Kristen plan because he loves Stassi. He's like, I love you.
He loves and respects her. And I was like, no.
I know. And then Stassi's still pissed, rightfully. And Jax is like, can you just stop? Can you stop? And Stassi's like, how about I just leave? Enjoy your fucking birthday. Go back to your lobster.
Sad. He just thinks he can say like a few nice things and it'll like change everything.
Delusional. I couldn't. But he goes back to the table, gets a nice slow clap from the crew. Peter and Schwartz say they're not going to help Jax. If Tom Sandoval goes after Jax, he's fair game. He gets a free punch. I think he gets more than a free punch. Tom Sandoval has the right to just a full free shot to the nuts. Just one big swift kick at Jax.
I think he gets a few. You remember the slap? Did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
Oh, the slap bet?
Like the slap bet. He gets a few slaps.
Yeah, a few. So, back to the happy couple, Kristen and Tom, because Tom still knows nothing. This poor man. They are at an editor's office because Kristen is here to rework her acting reel to get some auditions to become a famous actress.
It's so great to see, how the other half of the world lives. These stars, they're just like us.
Yeah. Tom can't get a comfortable chair, though. That's how poor these guys are on the low end of that totem pole.
Listen, I thought Sheena's, producer thing was kind of, a little rough, but, wow, this
the one in
the
bedroom, the one where they were in the bedroom. This was pure just, this dude lives in a 2-bedroom.
Garage.
This was his garage. Yeah, but he seems like a good editor. Kristen and Tom are very optimistic. So we have a fight scene. Kristen fights with her mom about some guy getting a visa through Kristen. That's one of the scenes. It was okay, like a solid C+. Kristen does
get Lifetime. We're talking about Lifetime movie quality. Yeah. I feel like she could totally get a Lifetime movie.
Agreed. And I'm going to give Kristen an extra point because she really did get slapped in this scene. It was
she
real
took
slap.
It. Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. And it was great. There's another scene where Kristen is sad talking about some scholarship. That was a solid D. Maybe a background character.
Why would you put that in your reel?
It was bad. And then there was a sex scene, which was probably a B-.
No, that was horrible because the guy even said you can't use this in your reel because you can't even see your face. It's just your back. If it was the guy's reel.
The sex scene as a whole was a B-. There was a lot of clothes.
Awkward.
There was a lot of clothes. That was the only thing where I was it's just a giant makeout scene. It was just
Weren't
a giant
they in a waterfall?
Yeah, they were like in a cave or something with the water.
It just was very unnatural.
But
both
I remember
the setting
it.
and the movements. It was just weird.
But I remember it. I don't remember that scene about her and the scholarship. That like went over my head completely. I was like, scene. This at least I picture it and
impactful.
I'm like, it's in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't see Kristen's face. Maybe that's why I'm giving it a solid B-. I enjoyed that part. Okay, so Kristen then shares that she texted Katie and Stassi. Stassi said that she's willing to have a conversation with Kristen tonight. Tom and Kristen think it'll be a little awkward, but Kristen has to apologize for everything that happened at SUR. Remember, we don't know about the Jax thing. We're just talking about the SUR issue at this point.
Yep, she's ready to apologize for everything that Stassi could possibly be mad at her about.
Yeah.
Which,
so this is
big blanket right there. Big blanket.
This is good. We're going to apologize, and they're really happy with her actor reel. So it's a good day. And Kristen got the comfy chair.
What is good is, minus the Jax thing, it looks like Kristen really does care about her friendship with Stassi here. Like, she's willing to kind of bow down and do what she needs to do to just like mend the fence.
Yeah.
However, she has no idea the storm that's a brewing.
Let's talk about it. We're going to Besso. So really quick, I just want to give a warning that this scene I see perfectly from start to finish in my mind for years.
Ooh.
This never left. So I really analyzed all the little parts of this scene.
Ooh.
So I have a lot of info. I'm very excited. There's at least a page and a half of just pure weird information that I saw. I'm pumped. Okay.
Lordy. Okay.
So everyone's here. Tom, Kristen, Stassi, or like Tom Schwartz, Katie, Stassi, Christina, Shay, Sheena, Tina, Peter, Jeremy, Jen. It's the crew, and Matt the server is probably somewhere in the background. So
poor guy didn't get up front and center. Our new favorite character.
Love him. It's Jen, Jeremy, and then like Matt the server.
Christina Kelly, Jen, Jeremy, Matt the server.
Yeah. And obviously. Peter's up, but Peter and Christina are just higher on that totem pole.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so it's Stassi says it's one thing to be miserable, but it's another thing to make everyone else miserable, which is what Kristen has been doing for this whole season and probably before. So her punishment is that everyone's going to know what a shitty person she is, and that's why they had executions in public.
I mean,
she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
I do have to say, and I think I can definitely admit this because I'm a bitch and I love this. I want to do this. I don't have enough courage to do this, but like, love this.
I don't have anyone to do this too. I'd fucking murder this. It'd be so good.
I feel like sometimes I need to be executed in public though.
Oh, same. Do you ever just go home and you're like, no one called me on my bullshit? And that's
I'm
great.
like, fuck, I'm an asshole. I'm such a dick. I really need to be called out.
Sheena, talking about her ring. I think everyone just feels the nervous energy. So Sheena's trying to which thank God for Sheena at this point in time. This is the one time I'm like, Sheena, you go.
She's like,
Sheena, you go.
It's kind of big, but I'm like, Sheena, we're literally about to murder someone tonight. Like,
I think she's nervous that she's.
I know.
You know what?
She's
I'm
like trying
Sheena.
to act normal, so that she's like more herself.
Yes, I think if I was nervous, if I was less of a bitch, if I was more like Sheena, who knows the wrath and is just like nervous for Kristen and like doesn't really know what to do, I'd also be like, "Do you like my new hair color? What do you think? What do you think? Oh,
this drink is really good. Do you think
so
there's
good? What's in this?
Grapefruit in this?
Should we chug it? Let's chug the whole drink."
I would love to be a bystander. Like, I would be so shit-faced because when I'm nervous, I drink a lot, whether it's water or a drink in front of me, but it'd most likely be a cocktail at this moment. So I would be shit-faced by the time.
Just give me 3 shots of vodka and your strongest mixed drink.
I'm like,
whatever it is.
Keep them coming. Let me just start pounding them.
So great. Hopefully one day we could be Matt the server and just see the whole thing happen. He's got the best seat in the house. Okay, so Jack shows up. Him and Schwartz are super fucking nervous because this is their friend group that's on the line. Jax thankfully has receipts of the text messages with Kristen when this all happened. So Stassi's side just keeps getting stronger.
Yeah, he's not playing anymore. He's telling the truth once and for all.
We're not that mad at Jax because Jax, it's like she struck a plea deal with him, right? Jax is going to tell the truth and back Stassi up. And then she's done with him. Like, she doesn't really give a shit.
This is a great analogy.
I love it.
I really appreciated that plea deal.
So we're going to crucify her. Woohoo! Tom and Kristen are here. And they walk in, and it's just, hey,
again,
what's
Sheena.
up, everyone?
Again, Sheena. Look at my ring.
I know. Sheena's the first. Sheena's right there, and she's like, do you like my ring? Sorry, you're going to get murdered. Well, look at me. I'm engaged.
Sheena's like, hi. Like, trying to play it cool, like, because they have
this.
Kristen and Tom have no idea what's going on, and everyone else does. And
you know what?
So awkward.
Everyone's got to thank Sheena, though, because everyone else looked like they were at a funeral because they were about to witness a murder.
They were all just watching.
Sheena's the only one that maybe made it a little normal because, Kristen had like her guard up a little bit. Sheena comes through, shuts that guard down super quick because everything must be normal with everyone else, right? Even though Sheena's even like Kristen's trash. Jax is trash.
Like I said, everybody was just watching. They're just in like a U-shaped of a couch. Amazing. So if nobody like said anything to them, Kristen and Tom would have been like, what's wrong?
Thank God for Sheena. Sheena came through. Okay, so Jax he's the opposite of Sheena. He cannot play this thing cool. He is sweating. He's pacing back and forth. He won't go near those two.
It's
bad. Tom goes to the bar, right? So the bar is like behind Stassi. So Tom goes there, and Kristen goes to sit next to Stassi. Like, kind of, they're like perpendicular to each other.
Yeah.
But it's like fine because they're right next to each other. So Stassi asks Kristen if she's actually sorry. Because Stassi wants to hear what Kristen has to say because, like with everything that's been happening, we just need to hear Kristen's thought process really quick with the Tom thing. Kristen doesn't think she's been a shitty friend. Oh, because Stassi calls her a shitty friend. But Kristen doesn't think so, and she's just like letting all of her drama out, and she's just like a dramatic person.
Yeah, everything from her relationship drama was pouring over into their friendship, so she apologizes for that, but doesn't really think she's been too shitty of a friend outside of that, which I kind of agree. Outside of the Jax situation.
Yes, but she doesn't know that yet. Like, but then Stassi gets a little weird because she's like, Kristen, you keep freaking out, and like, my mom, and you've been to my parents' house, and you stayed with me numerous times, and we've been friends for almost 4 years, and you banged my ex-boyfriend, and it was just like, but like, then you could tell everyone was like, it happened.
Everybody was like waiting for it, and then they're like, here, oh, it's happening.
Sheena, how's your ring? Sheena, how's your ring? Is it good? It's good over there? Okay.
Well, so of course, then Kristen is like, who?
Who's your ex-boyfriend?
What ex-boyfriend? Which I kind of appreciate her, like, she's playing up her lie. She is sticking to the lie through and through. She's not breaking. This is going to go into her acting reel.
Stassi's like, have you slept with more than one? You want to hear a list of all my ex-boyfriends?
Yeah, you just nod whenever I get to the one you've slept with. Yeah, I'll just read off a list of my ex-boyfriends.
And so we let Kristen know that it's Jax that she slept with in case she forgot. And Kristen denies it. And Stassi's like, it's weird you deny it because you did it twice.
Like, come here, Jax. You're up.
Meanwhile, Jax is like on the stairs. Like, he's talking to some dude downstairs. So like, hey, is there an exit route? Can you just open that door and I'll just fly out really quick? So Jax gets called over. He like wobbles on over, walking to his death. Stassi says that Jax told everyone everything, that they were watching the movie Drive while Tom Sandoval, who's currently busy drinking a beer at the bar.
Yeah,
and
Tom hasn't heard
He doesn't have his hearing aid in. He has no idea what's fucking happening. No. But while Tom Sandoval was sleeping in the other room, so then Stassi's finally like, Tom, you might want to hear this. And Tom's like, what's up, guys?
Hey, do you think the production told him to go to the bar?
I think Tom, just knowing Tom, he was probably sipping that beer and he's like, bro, where'd you get this? Like, where's this beer? Where'd you get it?
He probably also was like, I don't want to be in your fight with the girls. I'm going to go to the bar.
And he's fighting with Jax because Jax ruined his life. And Schwartz is right next to Katie, who's next to Christina, who's next to Stassi. So he's probably just like talking to the bartender about the IPA he's drinking. And so Jax tells the story, and then he's like, we slept together two times, one, 2, he's very nervous. And then in Katie's interview, because now Katie's watching this whole thing. She knows everything. She gets interviewed and she says that Jax loves attention. He used to get attention for telling lies, but now he gets even more attention for telling the truth, which is true. Jax has a whole platform now.
Yeah. It's all about just getting the attention. And honestly, I don't mind the truth attention.
Yeah, it's great. Christina Kelly, I would just like to say, looks like I feel, right? So Stassi and Kristen are arguing, and Christina Kelly is looking straight ahead at probably like Matt the server. They're just not going to look at the mess happening. It's like when you see a car crash and you're like, I shouldn't look. So Christina's like really trying not to look. And she's
like, I don't want to be a witness to this car crash.
No,
I'm going to continue driving to work.
Get questioned. Just you do you. So Stassi, tells Tom Sandoval, she's like, they were watching Drive, turns to Kristen and goes, I hope you enjoyed the movie. I fucking lost it. It was amazing. Jax is on the other end of the house. Okay, so Jax is on one end of like the room. Kristen's on the other on the couch. Yeah.
They're like feet
on the couch.
Yeah,
their feet are touching. Kristen starts sucking his cock. He returned the favor, and they banged. I love how everyone says
this
banged.
Is like a lot.
Yeah.
First off, that is like a lot.
Tom Sandoval couldn't even have one beer before you drop this. Before you drop the bomb, you couldn't let him finish his beer.
No, I'm just saying, it's not like they just like banged. It's like
they foreplayed.
It's just like a lot. I don't understand why you both had like gave each other oral basically and then had a bang.
Like, if you're trying to do it quick, you're just going to do it.
This had to be so late in the evening where, like, Tom was passed out.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
I want to know what happened before this event, because Tom was probably watching a movie with them.
He was watching Drive with them.
He was in the middle, because they were probably on either end of the couch. Like, oh, my God.
Oh, it's bad. Tom doesn't believe it, though. In the past few weeks, Jax has told everyone that Ariana and Tom, had sex behind a porta potty at Coachella, and that wasn't true. So, like, Jax is just trying to ruin Tom's life even more than he already has, right?
I don't think he wants it to be true. I think he would just I think it's just such a pain.
Well, he dealt with so much with Kristen. If this is all true, he should have just left long ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, why did he fight so hard with his mistakes?
Left Kristen for Ariana at the porta potty at Coachella. Jesus goodness, I can't. So Stassi's basically like, Tom, why would Jax make this up? Because it makes Jax look like a piece of shit. Doesn't make him look good.
Which makes Tom think. He's like, very true, that's a good point.
Yeah, good point. Kristen and Tom don't have an answer to this. And Jax is even like, yeah, why would I make this up? I'm not fucking making it up, you guys.
It is hard to believe Jax, though, like when that's your only credible witness.
Okay, so Stassi says she wants nothing to do with Kristen. Kristen should delete her number. Don't even look at Stassi again. No one wants anything to do with Kristen. Jax wouldn't make this up. And Tom in the background is like, yeah, he's never lied before.
Which,
exactly
valid.
Like that. Good point. And then Stassi freaks out, yelling, why would Jax make up something that makes him look like shit? And Jax is like, I never lied. Tom, you lied about the Ariana thing, and I'm not raising my voice. I'm here for Stassi. I'm not doing it.
I'm right because I'm calm.
I'm quiet. And Stassi's like, I had to listen to this shit, okay? Jax said Kristen was good in bed. And it's just like, ugh.
It's like getting more awkward. It's like,
I hate it.
She's like, how many more details do you want?
I know. But then Kristen's like, oh, that's disgusting. And Stassi just turns again, yelling, you banged him. Exactly like that. I've really practiced this.
It's true, because if she can't even hear Stassi talk about it, like, you were the one who actually fucked him.
You did it. Kristen is still denying it, says this is stupid. She's not even entertaining this. Tom starts asking Jax about when. Gives some dates. Maybe it won't make sense maybe it'll make more sense if he has some backup. Like, come on, Jax, give me more details. Stassi says Jax told the details to everyone. And Tom's like, great, glad I was included and glad everyone's in our relationship, but I'm not. Apparently, I'm the only one that's
I do kind of feel bad for him, because like it shows that everybody's been talking about this.
And with that, Tom Schwartz looks like he died a little. Like we get a pan of Tom Schwartz and he's just like, oh, I'm sad.
It's hard to see your best friend be like destroyed.
And then we get a nice pan to Jen, who looks like she's trying to catch Jeremy's eye and be like, should we go home and check our baby? Should we go now?
Ready to head out?
I think the police are going to be called. We need to go. So Stassi says that she really does fucking care that one of her best friends banged her ex-boyfriend while they were trying to work on their relationship.
Not a good look.
Kristen keeps talking over Stassi, right? So they're both talking right now. Stassi turns around, tells Kristen to shut the fuck up. Kristen says, you shut the fuck up. And Stassi says, you are a liar. No one believes you. You are a dirty fucking whore. And Kristen says, fuck you, which makes Stassi wind up and backhand the hell out of Kristen's face.
Which is an awkward angle, so it's just like a lot.
It was a big hit. Okay, so this is where I really took inventory on our background characters.
Okay.
Christina Kelly did not even flinch. Stassi hits Kristen in the face, and Christina is still keeping eye contact with Matt the server across the room.
I wonder if there's a mirror, so she's watching it through the mirror.
She does need to turn.
Sometimes I do that when I don't want to obviously stare at something. I try and find a window or a mirror to watch.
It was just if someone beside me got slapped, I'd be like, oh my effing God. But Christina does not flinch. Does not even notice. She's like, I don't even care. Tom Sandoval also doesn't seem to care. He's just standing
No
there.
one. I mean, people are watching and giving a little but no one's moving.
Yeah. So then after, Stassi yells, you are disgusting. And then Kristen grabs Stassi's arm, the slap arm, and tells her to walk away right now, little girl. Which, okay. Stassi then takes her drink and chucks it at Kristen.
Classic move.
And this is what makes Kristen mad, because then she brings her hand up and goes to smack Stassi over the head with it. But Tom Schwartz cuts her off, saves the day, runs over, completely knocks Kristen off
over.
Her couch. Oh my God. To protect and then if you look, Christina Kelly is over Stassi. Legit just
oh my God, I didn't notice
to
that.
Save her head. And so Kristen's on the ground. And this is when Tom Sandoval finally jumps down from the bar and is going over to Schwartz, and Schwartz is stop, just stop, don't fight,
leave.
Just stop. Ugh. But I just love how no one was like, hey, Schwartz, you just literally took a girl and fucking demolished
Gotta protect
her.
Princess Stassi.
And now Shay's around. Shay shows up to help the fight break up. Kristen's all fired up because Stassi just hit her and now she's going to sue. Christina Kelly yells at Kristen, you're a piece of trash. Exactly that.
2 garbage humans now.
You're a piece of trash. And then Stassi's like, ooh, you're going to sue me? You are done. Go fuck yourself. Also, I just saw Tina in the background. Is she okay? Is she shook? Does she need therapy? Where is Sheena when we need her? What's happening?
Where's the ring to distract?
Tina, look at my ring.
Look at the ring.
So Kristen and Tom leave as Jack yells after them that Kristen is lying. So Kristen and Tom start yelling back at him, and Jax threatens to show the text messages. Tom says he loves how Jax is such a good friend that he wouldn't just pull Tom aside. And Jax was like, well, I was gonna.
Which is
good point, up. But Jax fucked up here.
Yeah.
Kristen says she's going to make a police report, and then she leaves.
Curious if that ever happened.
Probably not. Because what is she going to say? Someone slapped me because I slept with her boyfriend?
Well, I mean, it is assault and it's caught on camera.
Well, we all enjoyed it.
Yeah,
no one else would back her up.
I'm not mad about it.
All other 12 witnesses would be like, nope, that's not what happened.
There's fucking proof. It aired on TV.
Doesn't matter. Stassi said she's going to get rid of Kristen. She's going to have everyone at SUR ignore her in order for her to quit.
I think it's a solid plan. But I mean, she tried to do this with Sheena season 1. Didn't work.
I love all the servers okay, so we're all gonna ignore Kristen. We don't like her now. We're all in agreement because Stassi scares the hell out of us. Great. Awesome. We're done.
I don't want to get backhanded, so I'm gonna hate Kristen now.
Jeremy and Jen were gone. They're like, Team Stassi, goodbye. We're out. We have a baby. Don't hit us.
Oh, God.
So now we're out to drinks. during
the
the
next day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just some gals. We cheers to Stassi for backhanding Kristen finally.
Okay, it seems like this setup is everybody who was there last night, and then like a lot of the girls who were there last night, and then Ariana has joined.
Why in Ariana? Ariana would have fucking loved this. This is the one time, the one thing
maybe she was working. It's fine, but we get the enjoyment.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's more fun for Ariana here the next day.
That's true, because then Kristen might have yelled at her and tried to turn it around, and
yeah,
Ariana doesn't need that shit. So Ariana shook that one, Kristen and Jax hooked up, and two, that Stassi backhanded her. We just can't believe that Kristen and Jax banged twice. And the whole time, Kristen was trying to burn Ariana's house to the ground.
But it's sweet redemption.
We love it. After last night, Stassi says, no one cares if Ariana and Tom made out. Actually, Ariana is encouraged to do it again.
I think so.
Awesome. I think that'd be great. I'd love to watch.
I'm on board.
Got it. So now we're at Sir. Lisa calls Stassi over. What happened with Kristen? Did you do what I told you not to do? And Stassi's like, I had everyone there, and now everyone's against her. And Lisa's like, okay, that was rule number. That was 2. Okay, at least 2. You didn't. You have
followed number 1.
And then Stassi's like, ooh, but then I like backhanded her. Sorry.
And Lisa's like, you got physical?
Are you insane? You can't slap anyone, not even Kristen.
Oops.
Kristen didn't admit to anything, but Stassi can't let it go because now she knows Kristen is guilty. We just know.
Also, we know that Stassi, like, really, she reminds Lisa about how she really wants, like, Kristen to quit, but Lisa reminds Stassi she doesn't have that kind of power, but still Lisa knows that it's just going to bring a lot of drama.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lisa's like, in Lisa's head, she's basically like, let me see what I can do. I'm not going to promise. I'm not your fairy godmother.
We'll work on it. So you don't work on it. I'm going to work on it.
Yeah, stop slapping her in my restaurant. Don't do it. So Lisa basically does say, if I hear anything happens, you're being sent home. And then Lisa's like, why would you get mad? Why not get even? Go shag Tom. And Stassi's like, oh my God, I could die, please.
She's like, no. Which I thought that was so funny because of Tom and Stassi's relationship.
Oh my God, they would never. They'd like look at each other. They'd be watching Drive and Stassi would just throw up in a bucket and be like, I have to leave, I'm out.
No, they would never even be in the same room like this.
They'd never be alone. The minute Kristen would have gone to bed, Stassi would have left.
Stassi's like, no.
I'll just sleep in my car. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, so now we're at Tom and Kristen's apartment. The less happy couple. Kristen is icing her face. I guess Stassi really did the number.
Okay, I think this is fake as fuck. It wasn't that bad. It's the next day.
You probably had some rings. And you ever been slapped?
No, but it's the next day. If this was like them getting home from the bar, I would understand.
I don't know. I've never been slapped either. I
guess it's their money maker, though.
Can't have
Probably want the swelling to go down.
Kristen just edited her reel.
No.
We can't. So they're talking about moving to Alaska or Hawaii. This is as the camera points to pictures around the apartment of Stassi, Katie, and Kristen being the 3 best friends. Whoever edited it, great job. We loved it. There's no way that Kristen and Stassi can be friends again. Also, Kristen's ears are still ringing. Dramatic.
I'm telling you, this is like ridiculous, I think.
And they're like, oh, why is Jax even here? Oh, because everyone hates him in Miami. We hate him. He's a compulsive liar. I don't even know why Jax would say this. It's just too disgusting to wrap our heads around.
But Tom is picturing it, he says. He's picturing it so he can understand it. He lists all the gross things Jax has ever done, so he doesn't understand how Kristen, like he can't believe Kristen would do this because of all the disgusting things about Jax.
Jax's breath stinks. He poops with the door open. It's so unbelievable how much he stinks. It's ugh.
And Kristen agrees. There's no way.
Yeah, no, yeah. And Kristen can't believe that Stassi believes this. Like, honestly. We don't know, but we're going to go to Sir and talk to Jax a little bit because, so Lisa walks in and she like goes to some room, and Jax follows her in there, and Lisa's like, what the fuck? I don't want to talk to you. Get out.
Go to the bar.
Is like, you don't want to talk to me? Why not? What'd I do now? So we talk about what's going on with Lisa and or with Jax and Kristen. What's happening, Jax? Let's talk about it. And Jax says he doesn't even want to go there anymore.
Oh, we're going there.
Well, you've been there big time.
Hell yeah. He doesn't take responsibility for anything. Lisa's the only one who can call him out. It's ridiculous.
And he still doesn't really, like, get it. Like, Lisa's trying to be like, you fucked Stassi's best friend. And Jax is like, but Tom cheated too.
He's playing the full deflection game, but I love that Lisa isn't letting him just, like, lie down and, like, go. She isn't praising him for this truth moment he's having. She constantly tells him, no one puts you in your place. And he's like, well, you and Stassi put me in my place. And she's like, that's not enough. Like, we're the only ones. Yeah. You don't take responsibility for anything. You're finally admitting it when it's, you know, like, and you're pretending it's fine. But it's not. You have no guilt. There's no repercussions for your actions. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's bad. So Lisa's pissed and Jax can get out because his dick is affecting her business, and it's awful. So
true.
Now we're at Melrose tanning with Stassi, Christina, and Katie. They're getting spray tans. Not Christina because she doesn't need it, but the other two. Because we're having beach day tomorrow. Tom Sandoval is invited. Schwartz has invited Sandoval. But we've made it very clear not to bring Kristen. They talk about how Kristen better not show up. How could they be friends with someone like her? Ugh. And then we go watch them get spray tanned. Stassi gets butt naked. Katie leaves her thong on. Christina watches.
This reminded me of the skinny dipping in Cabo. It was the exact same setup where Stassi always gets butt naked and Katie always leaves her bottoms on, which I respect because, like, there's a camera.
Yeah, 100%. But
I think the camera would freak me out, not my friends.
Even though you know it's not going to air, it's somewhere on camera.
I'm sorry, like, sir, behind the camera. I really don't need you to see
my vag.
Everything.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're at beach day. Everyone's having so much fun. Christina, Katie, Tom, Schwartz, Shay, Stassi, Sheena, Peter, Jax, Danny, some guy named Matt, who is Matt the server.
Our friend Matt is back.
Also, Danny is checking Matt out. Ooh.
Oh.
I saw it. Okay, so we have a fun beach montage. Then we discuss, is Sandoval coming? Oh my God, we have no idea.
Who knows?
Matt then gets a little involved. He got questions. He's got the questions that we all want to know. We finally
get to hear from our friend Matt.
Matt asks what the difference between Jax being here and Kristen being here is. And Stassi says because Kristen has been pretending to be a good person, and everyone already knows Jax is a piece of shit because he's not hiding it. Jax he's like, what? I'm a piece of shit? Since when?
I told the truth. I'm a good person now.
And then Peter says that Kristen sleeping with Jax is worse than Jax sleeping with Kristen because we know he's a horn dog, but you, like, don't have to come on to him. Which, okay, Peter, I get what you're saying, but also both of them are human pieces of garbage.
Yes. Like, okay, here's my difference in my, like, why I think Kristen is worse. Jax and Stassi technically weren't in a relationship, so that helps already. That's one step up for Jax. Mm-hmm. Whereas Kristen and Tom are in a relationship. So she legit cheated on her boyfriend. Jax was just trying to get Stassi back, so it's just a shitty thing to do. It's not just a really bad thing. Yeah. And then what Peter's saying is, I don't like that because it just shows that there's different standards for men and women.
Boys will be boys,
Yeah, but the fact that Jax sleeps with anything and Kristen doesn't is kind of a difference.
Like, we thought Kristen had standards, and we're learning now that she doesn't. Yes. Last season was us learning Jax didn't have standards. So we went into this season knowing it. Okay. I still don't like it. You know what? Boys, what is it? Boys will be held for their... will be held accountable for their actions.
Well, yeah, I think it's a shitty thing to do. I just think Kristen is worse because she was in a relationship. And I was shocked that she would do that.
So then Matt asks everyone, or he goes, does everyone hate Kristen? And Stassi answers for the group and goes, yes. And Matt has learned his lesson. He is done for the episode. Okay. Goodbye. Schwartz asks Jax how he feels about the situation. Does he feel bad? And Stassi's like, Jax never fucking feels bad. Piece of shit. And Jax says he doesn't care. And this is when Peter's like, are you fucking kidding? You've been friends for 10 years and you don't care? Like, not a little bit? This is sad. Schwartz is really shocked that Jax is so unapologetic and his lack of remorse. Sheena thinks Jax is just the worst person in the world. But Jax, she ain't wrong. Jax is choosing not to be Tom's friend anymore. He thinks if he's not friends with Tom, the situation isn't as bad. But that, like, totally isn't how it works.
It's ridiculous. And we find out that, like, Jax hasn't called or spoken to Tom about it at all. There's been no communication.
Which is just so shitty.
It's ridiculous. I don't like this because I think Jax is just trying to like kind of put off the guilt and just once again deflect it. Yeah. So if he's not friends, Stassi tells us if he's not friends with Tom, then he won't feel guilty because it's not like he hurt his best friend.
It's disgusting. Like, it shows what a disgusting piece of shit Jax really is. And I'm glad Stassi, though she does say, like, I'm letting you off easy, Jax. She does play that, like, you're lucky because I could turn this at any time against you.
Everyone against you.
So don't fucking forget the favor I've done. You're still a piece of shit.
My bitch. You're my bitch.
I kind of like how, though Stassi is like, I'm not going to destroy you, I could at any second. So, like, be a fucking better person. How about it?
Yeah, I just think he needs to start saying, like, it was a mistake. He can't even really own up to that.
So the moment comes. Tom Sandoval has arrived at the beach. Everyone looks in a dramatic moment of, Tom's here. And it looks like Jax is, like, packing up to leave now. He's like, well, that's my cue. I'm out. But they meet in the middle because this beach is there's a long walking scene. So they meet in the middle and Tom asks if they can sit down together and Tom can see Jax's phone. So they do. Tom says he does believe Kristen, but at this point he just like needs to investigate and read the text. I think he has a right to do that.
Yeah, I understand him doubting it because I think it's just too painful. And after everything they've been through, and honestly, you should believe your partner first. Mm-hmm. And then I don't have a problem with him believing Kristen first and then investigating.
Yes. So the texts say, you think Stassi knows? Jax, delete this text right after you get this. But this whole
happy Jax didn't delete these, by the way.
I know. This whole thing is becoming a big issue, so I need to know if you told anyone else at all so I can cover my bases. And then we get the questioning, just the sadness that appears in Tom Sandoval's eyes as he asks these questions. Tom asks Jax if they fucked. Jax says yes. Tom asks if they used protection. Jax says once.
Do you think it was the first time or the second?
The first. I think
it was the second. Oh. The first one seemed like it was so
was that the drive one?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. The second one was probably more like with a purpose. Like Jax was like, I'm sleeping over tonight.
Yeah. And she was like, when he goes to bed.
Well.
Actually, Kristen spent the night at Jax's.
Oh, you're right.
So Jax is like at home.
He's got condom.
Had his little nightstand. Yeah. I think the second time they probably used protection.
Tom asks if they kissed. Jax says there was no kissing. No. That's for sure.
Helps. Honestly, that helps.
Oh, man. Tom asks if she just laid down and said, just fuck me. And Jax says, more or less. Which just shows how little, like, Kristen respects Tom. It was just the first dude. She's like, just fuck me.
Literally just, she would have banged anything at this point.
Tom asks, it's so sad. Tom asks if Kristen went down on Jax. Jax says the first time she did. Tom asks if there was a condom when she went down, and Jax says no. And Tom Sandoval's face is just defeat and sadness and just knowing that he's been where Jax has been. Oh my gross. God.
That is so awkward. I never actually thought about that.
Tom immediately leaves and calls the clinic to get an STI test.
I would.
Oh,
I didn't think about that even. Oh my God.
All I thought
when using
about.
Protection, I was just like, thinking there's like a respect thing first off. But
well, first a respect thing, but second, an even bigger like fuck you is your best friend fucking your girlfriend with no condom, and then your girlfriend fucking you and being like,
hey, sorry,
oh well, it's all in
chlamydia.
one. Oh God,
could you imagine?
Part of me,
actually, this reminds me of Grey's Anatomy, because like one of the doctors passes another doctor like through a girl, passes chlamydia. Like, could you imagine if that was part of the storyline? Like, that's how we found out it was true, because like Jax had chlamydia. And
I would have felt so bad for Tom Sandoval, but man, that would have been great TV. Oh man, that would have been awesome to watch.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay,
Bravo,
so Tom is just so sad that he gave Kristen the benefit of the doubt. It's so hard. Tom asks Jax what he did to deserve this shit. He's known Jax forever and feels like Jax is his closest friend. And the fact that Jax is so calm and doesn't care. And Jax says he is upset and he's sorry, but he's not going to sit here and cry. Which, like, Tom is, like, close to tears.
I know.
This dude is
you can
so
just see
sad.
it on his face how distraught he is. I am happy Jax did say he was upset and sorry in this moment, because just the scene ago, he said he didn't care.
We're not friends. I don't know why I care. So Jax then digs him. He just kind of got out of this hole, and he just dug a little deeper. Yeah. He says, Tom, you cheated, so what's the difference? And Tom's like, I never cheated on Kristen with a friend. And it was just like, oh.
And this is different.
This is different.
Think the Jax moment happened before Tom's Vegas moment.
Yes.
Which makes me think, if Jax was in Vegas with Tom, was he pushing Tom to cheat on Kristen?
Fucking probably. Jax is the worst fucking influence. I wouldn't trust my boyfriend to go out with Jax. I'm not saying
I would sleep with my friend's boyfriend, but if I did, I would be pushing my friend to cheat on her boyfriend, so then I'd feel less guilty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's what Jax is doing. He just doesn't want to feel like any.
It's just like Kristen trying to get Jax and Stassi back together, so then she's.
Yeah. They don't want to feel any kind of remorse. They don't want to feel sorry. They don't want to feel like they were in the wrong, even though what they did is just the biggest fuck you to Tom Sandoval.
Yep.
So then we leave it with Tom can never go back to being friends with Jax. Tom walks onto like this beach trail up a little mountain as Jax walks to his car, and Schwartz just stands there watching both of his friends separate. I think at this point Schwartz should have gotten a spinoff of just like, both my friends are mad at each other, like a little corner, you know, that 90-second clip they always gives us. It's just Schwartz sitting at home being like, I don't know which friend to call today. I'm sad.
Well, it's pretty obvious. You're not friends with Jax anymore. He's such a piece of shit.
You gotta pick Tom Sandoval on this one. So next time on the season finale of Vanderpump Rules, we have our annual surf photo shoot. Peter gets naked with all the girls. Stassi and Tom Sandoval talk about the situation. Tom Sandoval and Kristen talk about the situation. And Kristen is still denying it. Sheena debuts her new Good as Gold song, Because We're Good as Gold. It's my favorite. Kristen's crying. Tom feels like he got Jax. Kristen might quit Sir. Tom punches Jax and Sheena's pissed. I can't wait for this punch. This is my second favorite hit of all the seasons. This is
backhand your favorite?
Yes. And then this is just the second because it's set up so well. You guys are gonna hear all my theories. It's so good.
Well,
we gotta do accepted and Jaxed. Or in
blocked. No,
I slept
Sandoval got Jaxed. We're just gonna block. Honestly, Sandoval should have gotten that t-shirt.
I got Jackson. All I got was this stupid t-shirt, smiley wink face.
The wink is my favorite part. Just a little like, what is that, a colon? No, that's not a colon. It's
the parentheses and the...
What is that called? It's like the comma with the dot above it.
The semicolon.
Semicolon.
It's half a colon. Okay. Do we know who we're blocking? There's just so many. There's two.
I mean, you do one and I'll do the other.
Oh, man. But can we talk about both?
Yeah. So just put Jax and
Kristen. Jax would have lost this one for me, but he felt no remorse.
I know.
This dude just
the beach moment and all the like putting Sandoval under the bus, like it's his fault that he slept with his girlfriend. That's fucked up. That's just like when he told Stassi, when he kind of alluded to Stassi that it was her fault she got cheated on.
Oh, that thing too, when he grabbed Stassi, I was over it. Ugh, I hate him. Let's talk about Kristen. She fucked up. This girl fucked up so bad.
I mean, I have a slight love that she is just sticking to the lie. Like, I mean, way to just commit. She's really committing to this lie, which I somewhat appreciate, because once you don't, like, she's believing it herself that this never happened. She literally has the Jax.
She has the Jax t-shirt on, and she is still lying. She's like, I'm not wearing it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she's like, we didn't sleep together. I don't know how I got this shirt.
And you know this girl just sucks when a full-grown man named Tom Schwartz pushes you to the ground and no one does anything about it because you probably deserved it. Awesome. You suck. Both of you suck. You didn't use a condom. They literally suck
each other.
Got him. Okay, let's accept. I have one for sure, but I don't know if they deserve it.
I have one with a participation award for somebody else.
Who's your participation award?
My participation award is for Sheena.
Oh, I'm going to give my participation award to Matt.
For helping that awkward situation along. She really played her part beautifully, and she was so happy to do it. Because honestly, she got engaged last episode.
She did.
We barely got, like, because of all this drama, she didn't get her moment, but she made it her moment.
To tell everyone.
I know.
I'm going to give mine to Matt. My participation goes to Matt because he didn't sign out for this. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, but then they kept bringing him back, and maybe he hooked up with Danny, but he had to deal with all this shit. Was she worth it?
I thought we were just having drinks at a bar. I didn't realize we were executing somebody.
I'm gonna fucking go home and get laid after this, and now I'm just in a bad fucking mood because Jax probably slept with them already. Okay, I know who I'm accepting. I'm gonna do it.
Me too.
Okay, I'm accepting Peter because for some reason his ass.
That's who I thought you were gonna say.
His ass is the only one that's like 100% Team Stassi. He's vocal about it. At Jax's birthday, he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?" He's like, "I'm not having your back on this. You're a big old idiot." Like, Jax sucks.
Peter was very vocal. I'm really proud of him.
Didn't hook up with Kristen.
Good point.
It's a good point.
That's a good point. I'm going to give my accepted award to We're doing awards now. To Lisa.
Oh, that's a good one.
She's doing really well at riding the line of being their boss and keeping things in check while also supporting our girl Stassi and the rest of the We Hate Jax and Kristen crew. Mm-hmm. She obviously can command enough respect to make sure it doesn't happen on her property. However, did not get the memo of, like, let's not gang up on her or get physical. But she's still running a badass business and is working on firing Kristen. She just needs to do it legally.
We would accept Stassi, but this wasn't her greatest episode. Okay, she didn't look great. She looked kind of crazy.
Had it for me. She really had it for me up until the slap. Which, I mean,
she lost it.
I love.
She lost it. We watched Stassi lose it.
The way she handled Jax's birthday is how she needed to handle this. Like the Kristen moment, like she needed to come. This is what we talk about when you need to come prepared for a fight. Yes. Stassi did not come prepared, and she lost her cool.
She lost. Oh, well, this was a great episode. I live for this episode. This is my favorite.
The smile on Alicia's face right now is
I'm so happy. This is the best day of my. This is the best birthday of my life. Okay, guys. Just to remind you, join our Facebook group, same name as the podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta and join our Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. Also, be on the lookout for what Meredith and I have it in store for you. It's going to be amazing. It's amazing.
I keep forgetting.
It's amazing. I don't know if we should once we like do it, we should probably post on the Facebook, just like warn everyone, and the Instagram, just like give a background. But it's probably going to be on the Patreon first. So you should join our Patreon
I would say
if you want a surprise.
Beginning of December, we could probably start posting on Patreon, which this will already be out. So go check our Patreon out for some special extra content. We're doing a 1-season show.
I'm so excited.
Okay. We are pumped.
Okay. Right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Bye, guys.